Some lives begin with inheritance, others begin with hunger. And then there are lives that begin with nothing, except a secret so valuable it could buy the world. This is the story of a boy the world ignored, a ring no one noticed, and a truth buried under billions. His name is Nudav Dumash, and tonight his life is about to change. Not because he wants it to, but because fate has finally found him. This is $1 trillion plot twist. At 18, most boys worry about dreams. Nudav worried about survival. No parents, no inheritance, no safety net. The world had already taken everything from him before he even understood what loss meant. His days began before sunrise, and ended long after the city lights dimmed. By morning he was a waiter at a high-end eatery downtown, not because it paid well, but because it paid at all. By night he scrubbed tables, stacked chairs, and wiped away traces of lives far richer than his own. The customers never saw him. The manager barely remembered his name. To them, Nudav was not a person. He was part of the furniture. But Nudav had something most people didn't notice: integrity. And on one quiet evening, that integrity would put him directly in the path of danger. It was almost closing time. The restaurant had thinned out, the clinking of glasses replaced by the low hum of exhaustion. Nudav moved from table to table, clearing plates, folding napkins, pretending not to notice leftovers worth more than his weekly pay. Then he reached table 7. Earlier that night, it had been occupied by a woman who commanded attention. Without asking for it, she was elegantly dressed, designer silk, diamond earrings, surrounded by other women who laughed loudly and effortlessly. Money followed her like perfume. Nudav remembered her clearly, because she never once looked at him. As he wiped the table, something caught the light. A ring. Small, heavy, brilliant. Nudav froze. Even without knowledge of jewelry, he knew this was no ordinary ring. The diamond sat perfectly cut, reflecting light in sharp, confident flashes. This was not something you pocket. This was something you protect. Nudav looked around. The restaurant was nearly empty. The woman was gone. His heartbeat quickened. Slowly, carefully, he picked up the ring. Not with greed, with fear. Fear of doing the wrong thing. He decided to take it to the manager after closing, keep it safe, make sure it was returned. That decision would cost him everything. "What do you think you're doing?" The voice cut through the air like glass. Nudav turned. The woman from table 7 was back. She stood near the entrance, flanked by her friends, eyes sharp, posture rigid. Her gaze locked onto Nudav's hand, onto the ring. Silence fell. "Put that down," she said coldly. "Now." Nudav swallowed. "Ma'am, you left this behind." "I was going to save it," she interrupted with a laugh. "Or steal it." The word steal echoed. Heads turned. Staff paused. The manager rushed over. "What's going on here?" The woman didn't hesitate. "Your waiter was trying to take my ring." Nudav's chest tightened. "That's not true," he said quietly. "I found it while cleaning. I was going to report it." She smiled. The kind of smile that doesn't reach the eyes. "Of course you were." Her friends laughed. One whispered loudly, "They always say that." The manager looked at Nudav, not as someone who had worked tirelessly, but as someone expendable. "Is this true?" the manager asked. Nudav held out the ring. "I didn't take it to keep it. I swear." The woman snatched it from his hand. "You're lucky I don't call the police," she said. "Do you know what this ring is worth?" Nudav didn't answer. He didn't need to. The humiliation had already done its work. "You should fire him," she added casually. "People like this don't change." The words sank deep. For a moment, Nudav thought he would lose his job. The only thing standing between him and the street. The manager hesitated, not because he believed Nudav, but because replacing him would be inconvenient. "This is your final warning," he said. "Next time I won't think twice." Nudav nodded. He didn't argue. He didn't beg. He simply returned to work. That's what hurt the most. Not the accusation, not the ridicule, but the fact that doing the right thing had made him look guilty. As the woman left, she glanced back at him one last time. Not with gratitude, with disgust. Nudav finished cleaning in silence. Every wipe of the table felt heavier. He wondered, is honesty always punished? Is poverty a crime? He didn't know that the ring he returned carried more than diamonds. It carried history, a history tied directly to his blood. Unknown to Nudav, the ring was not just expensive. It was registered, engraved inside, a crest few had seen in decades. the Dumash family seal. A name whispered in financial circles. A dynasty erased from public view. A trillionaire empire thought to have no heir. And Nudav was its missing son. The ring had found him. Not the other way around. The woman who accused him? She had no idea what she held. And Nudav, walking home that night under flickering streetlights, had no idea that his life as he knew it had just ended. Somewhere across the city, a private investigator reopened a cold file. A name resurfaced, Nudav Dumash. The orphan was no orphan at all. And in the next episode, the truth will begin to hunt him. Because when trillions are involved, secrets don't stay buried.